Yo yo, what's poppin'? This is a little playthrough of 5-phase or 5-wave Tempoross, which I find the most enjoyable solo way of playing. And I don't really enjoy Tempoross on Mass Worlds. I just like this. So you're gonna need nothing really. Optimally, you'll have at least Spirit Anglers because this requires a low inventory. You can do it with two. One is optimal, so you're just running this bucket of water. What that requires is this item, the Imcando hammer, which I just wouldn't recommend going for. It can just take a lot of time, and you're just doing it for this item that marginally makes certain things better. I went for it. I'm not necessarily recommending you don't or do. It's your choice, but I'm just going to assume you haven't. Most people haven't. So I put an Admiral Pie in that slot. And if you do have it, you can keep this Admiral Pie. So most people follow this Tempoross strategy, but if you aren't aware of it, you just want to be cooking unless there's a double fish spawn up. So at the beginning, you're going to run north. If you're soloing, it's always north, and catch 7 to 10 fish, harpoon fish, and then start cooking them. The number's really up to you. The higher level you're fishing, you can go for 10. That matters more in 4-phase Tempoross, which is more intense, even though it's less phases, because how that works is you're rushing to get 17 cooked harpoon fish, and once you have that, you're running up here, dumping them in, knocking his energy to 4, and when he's below 10% energy, in case you didn't know this, he doesn't do special attacks, so you won't see the waves and such. So, you're exploiting that mechanic to stall out the round. So you can go reload your inventory, and you basically just want to end with a surplus of, 18 or more cooked harpoon fish. That's how you 4-phase, you just have those 18 split up in these cannons. But 5-phase, we're doing the same thing. We're just getting even more fish. So it's better experience. It's really good points. I just noticed this totem needs repaired. So you keep the one bucket, and again, I would just be running one bucket if I didn't assume you didn't want to go for Imcando hammer. You just keep it for stuff like this. You can just pop it on there. You do you. Alright, so now I gotta repair that. You do have time to repair this and then tether to it, as long as you do it as soon as the thing starts. I have this plugin on my rune light. It's got these cool timers. I enjoy it. But you can also do this on mobile. This is pretty easy. There is a harder strategy that you get more points per hour, but at the cost of much less experience. That's firefighting. So anyways, we're going to drop exactly 18 fish. So this is 2, it's going to be 6, 10. This is, I mentally see this as 16 and this is 2, if that makes sense. So just stopping with these last 8. So at that point, we're going to pop over. I'll show you in a second. It just looks like this. Wait. He falls, and then you shoot the other 8. We check for fire. If there's fire, you grab some buckets. Depending on how many there are, just get enough to deal with all of them. And we're going to run down to this. Now, why we do that little juke, that little side step, you can just stand in place. You can go grab water on your bucket, which is what I should have done. You can repair the mast. You can do any of those things, as it says in the wiki. I'm just following the wiki here. And you do that because if you're just sitting there filling this crate up with fish, one just randomly disappears. 1 or 2 sometimes, I think, randomly disappear as he drops down because they're already being fired, and it just wastes 1 or 2 fish. So we just want to get him right around here. Right around 50 is good. That's best. Alright, now we're just going to fall back into it. You'll notice he's at 55% energy. He will be at that number if you have 26. You have 2 items that aren't fish, that aren't blank spaces. He'll be at 55. He'll be at a different number if you are running just solo bucket. With this timer, I've noticed that as long as I'm like moving towards it right around that midway point, I always make it. Kind of like from any of the things, shrine, the cooking spot, up here even, any of those spots. This looks so much better in 117, by the way. Thank you to 117. And yeah, we're just doing the same thing here. I'm actually going to eat my Admiral Pie here, so why not? I probably should have eaten it while I was attacking that circle. I'm just using this as a placeholder. But it is good to, boost with Admiral Pie. You can just go to that bank over there, on the coast, and eat an Admiral Pie before you do this. Boost your XP rates, I believe, and well, definitely it does. And catch more fish, obviously, it can make this a little bit easier. And this starts to get, not difficult, but you actually have to pay more attention the later it goes on. Fun fact, during this wave, these fires won't spread. Really notice stuff like that when you're doing these like weirdo runs. And I consider this to be the optimal way to be doing Tempoross. So anyways, with this 15 here, right, you're going to want to be dumping 10 fish. And then you're going to want to load exactly 17 cooked fish. Both of these being cooked. Now, with this, you won't have 17. I'm just going based off of what the wiki says. 16 is fine. It's not any different at all. So, we'll see what this looks like in a second. So, we're going to dump 10, and 10 will knock him down. We're not going to go to the harpoon pool. You could, and you would, if this essence was like 60 or more. So we're almost at. Okay, juke. Oh, wait. Okay. Now we're dumping the rest of our inventory. Well, I should just say that. You just dump the rest of your inventory. And with these 16 cooked fish, they're going to take him to 10% energy when he comes back up. And with that 10% energy, he won't be doing special attacks. It stops him from doing that. Now at this point, I'm going to eat my Admiral Pie, drop these. You would want to, if you didn't have Imcando hammer, repair both this and the mast at this point. No more waves are coming, so we don't need the rope. No more fires are coming. No more damage to these. You don't even need to tether to them. I guess you don't have to repair them, but I would because the construction experience is so nice from this game, man. Anything to get that up. So here's what we're going to do now is just fill up this inventory completely. So we have 28 cooked harpoon fish. See his energy at 10% there. You should really have no trouble doing this as long as you're always on the double spot here. As long as you're always on that, you're in a good spot. Yep, so you should be averaging in points here 8,500 to 9,500. Which is around 10 to 12 permits a run. Not exactly sure how many minutes this takes. More than 10 for sure, or mass is taking less. I mean, I don't know, I haven't measured it. I actually really enjoy Tempoross and soloing it in general. So you're just filling all this all the way up. Then what we're going to do is go up here. And then this is something I do. This isn't in the wiki, but I find it would be really helpful for people that are like low level. You would now drop, a shift drop, boom, those 4 harpoon fish right here. Oh, perfect. Look at that, it's gorgeous. You don't have to do that. I'm gonna pick them up later. A lot of the people that have gotten really high point runs will do some kind of like weird drop strat where they're dropping them, picking them up to keep the timers. Not have to worry about that here. I'm just dropping 4 real quick and cooking 4 more real quick. That's very optional. So now we're going to split up 18 of these between 2 crates. So we're going to put, oops, we lost one there. That's not good. See, that one got eaten up there. It's not in there anymore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to be 18 cooked fish. Oh yeah, I forgot to pick these up. So what we did just now is dump 18 cooked fish, split up between those 2. 18 will knock him down when he comes back up. I'll show you what that looks like later in case you haven't seen it. It's kind of cool. See him bopping out over there. Pretty cool. You don't want to go for the doubles here. You do not want to go for the double spawns because they disappear when he's down like that. So don't do that. It's a bait. So now we have to shoot, what do we have here? That's 16. Again, we have to shoot 18 cooked fish back at him. Have a couple extra here. You need to be running up here. Let me just make sure I get 6 in this one. Well, now I'm just going to dump the rest. You need to be running up here when this is lower than 40%. Otherwise, you're behind the curve, man. But we're in a good spot here. Boom, 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 get him. Get him, got him good. Now we're going to run down. Boom, boom, beeline for this, because we missed this. We miss all these points that we're getting. Alright, and that's it. That's how you 5 phase. You know, you just need to remember the numbers. The first phase or first round, you are dropping the 18. You're popping in the rest of your inventory, which is 8. Takes them down to 55. Drop 10, and then 17, and then that sets you up for the following round. And all of that is on the wiki. All of this is on the wiki. And you can do it with the 2 items in your inventory up until the end. So from this we got, how was this run? Got 11, was 8-8, 5-5. Wasn't incredible, wasn't terrible. Could have done better, could have done worse. But yeah, it's a very easy way of doing this. And I find it more enjoyable because you don't have... It's not AFK in mass worlds, and then solo, a lot of times you're not getting anywhere near this amount of experience. I mean, this whole time you're fishing and getting points. Like, this is just the best way to do it. There's other ways with higher points, but you're just filling your inventory with buckets, casting humidify, running around, clicking fires, and getting no fishing XP. So, I really enjoy this. I hope this helps. I didn't see anything like this on YouTube. I saw people with different, like, off strats, but this is just what it says in the wiki. So, I just wanted to put this out there. Thank you for your time. Happy scaping.